We're here with sophomore Brian Armijo. So far this track season, you've had 3 meets and you've broken 3 records: the indoor mile, the indoor 3K, and now the 10K. Have these records been on your radar?
The 10K definitely was, and the 3K indoor one was as well. But the mile one was something I hadn't even paid attention to.
It just happened?
It just happened. But I have a couple more on my radar as well.
Now, you absolutely demolished the 10K by more than 42 seconds. Can you take us through that race? How many laps is it?
It's 25 laps.
So what do you think, what's your mindset with this many laps?
Well, I'm kind of a weird racer. I tend to do math in my head while I'm running because it makes the race go by quicker. So my mindset throughout the first mile is just simply settling into a good pace. And as I sort of hit every 200, I look at my splits, whether it's on the clock down on the ground or on my watch, and I'm making sure that I'm within a couple seconds of where I want to be. Along with that, I had a couple guys with me, and I just kind of gauged how I was doing position-wise based off of them. And the leader and I ended up flip-flopping a couple times, letting each other lead, and we sort of tag teamed it, if you will. And then by the time mile 4 came around, he had split off and I was pretty much on my own. And so at that point, it was just gutting it out every lap, trying to keep as close to my pace as I could. And then when the last lap came, I was able to find one last gear. Awesome. And finish it off.
So you beat the school record by 42 seconds. I'm curious, what was your personal best previous to that?
That was my first ever 10K.
It's a great first attempt.
Thank you.
How has Coach Sponsel helped you prepare for these races?
He has been really, really good about working with us on race strategy. That's his number one thing, because when we're at practice, the main thing we can do is develop fitness and do race simulation, practice mentality, and being able to push through when there's a lot of fatigue. But when it comes to actual race day, you need some sort of plan, and every race isn't going to go as you expect. But there's always an element of needing to know how you need to start, how you need to carry through the middle, and how you need to finish a race. And so depending on the field that day, depending on the weather, depending on your training the week prior, that's what Coach Joe is really good at balancing. And he comes up with really good plans that are general. They're not too specific. You can follow them in high intensity situations like a race, but you're still able to carry through and have an effective race.
Awesome. The 10K and the mile are very different races. Do you happen to have a favorite race?
Oh, that's a hard question. I like I like both, because the 10K there's a rhythm to it. It's really nice, almost, I'm gonna sound crazy for saying this, but it's very therapeutic. And I've always enjoyed distance, I've always enjoyed endurance running, but when it comes to the mile, I like that one more because it's a quick race, it tests my speed, and it develops my speed endurance for cross country and for the 10K. So I think if I were to pick a favorite, I'd have to go with the mile.
You have the D3 championships tomorrow. What will you be racing?
I'll be taking this meet off.
Okay, you got the day off.
Yes.
Good, you earned it. Well, great job this week, and thank you for sitting down with me.
Thank you.